Let everybody know here I'm getting ready to install my Lowrance LiveSight Transducer, and I thought I would video it and give you guys an idea of what that looks like. Mine will be going up on the bow. It'll be going on my trolling motor. I'm going with the forward facing configuration. Just getting ready to put my HDS Live 12 back on the front from doing some work up there and up on the trolling motor and everything. So I thought this would be a good time to do it. It came in and I thought I'd get started. Of course, you get your directions. I'm going with the installation for forward looking. They do cover transom mount and down facing if you would like to do that. Here's what you get in the box. You get brackets, screws, clamps. That piece is if you're going to mount it on the bottom of your the bottom of your trolling motor. That mounts to the top of the LiveSight transducer, so you can then use this to mount it around and onto the bottom of your trolling motor. I'm going with the forward facing shaft mount, so I have threaded this wire through. Looks like you then come in with these 4 screws and washers into these holes and mount it according to the directions. As you can see, I've already done this part, getting ready to do this, and then we will attach the bracket here. Looks like that's pretty simple. 2 large screws, bolts and nuts there that go in. We'll attach that, and then it looks like it's just a matter of attaching this piece, which is what will go onto here, and then that goes onto the shaft, as you can tell, of your trolling motor, and gets fastened around with these. So I'm going to go through that, and we'll be working on it, and I'll video it as we go here. Thought I'd just share it so that if you guys are looking at the transducer, you'll get an idea of what it looks like. Looks like it's a pretty simple installation, and that just plugs directly into the HDS Live. And I'll video that for you too, because there's looks like there's a setup wizard that that detects it, and then you get to choose what you're going to do. All right, so next clip coming up. So as you can see, I've got the bracket mounted to the LiveSight transducer, the wire fed up through the middle, and then this is the trolling motor shaft bracket, and I fed the 2 clamps down and around, got them ready to go. They are open, ready to go around the shaft of the trolling motor. These bolts here were threaded through, nuts on the back, that was 10 millimeters, and tightened down. I haven't snugged it completely yet, but they're in there pretty good right now. And now I'm going to work on mounting the transducer. I'm going to figure out exactly what height to mount it, and then I'll get you a video of that. Okay guys, I've been doing some research online here, looking through, I'm actually looking through some feedback in one of the Navico Lowrance Pro Staff groups. And those guys are basically saying that they're running about 10 inches up from the bottom of the motor to the bottom of the transducer. So I had originally thought about mounting it here, and now it looks like I'm probably going to mount it about here. So I'm going to have 2 spots just to try it. I'll try it here first and see what happens on the water. I just wrapped some black electrical tape around here. That's just because you know, the way this thing mounts, that'll scratch up. You know, that gives it a little more to grip to, also to hold it. But it looks like mine's going to go about right there. So I'm probably going to mount it about just like that, or just below that mount, that rest. And so I'm going to get that fastened on now, and I'll give you guys a look at it, and then I'll start getting the wires ran back up. Okay everyone, I want to give you just a look here. I am mounted about 10 inches up. I have ran the cables underneath here. Got the transducer cable from my trolling motor. It's the Ultrex 112, and then it's coming under the bracket, and then it joins up with the transducer cable from the LiveSight. I've got them all coming up. I might have overdid it a little bit, but I like to put a little tape on and then run the wire ties. So then I come up and I created my loop. Got my loop running around, got them both wire tied in here, attached here with the wire tie, and they're coming down. I've got these attachment points here and wire tied in, and then I've got them sort of joined together a little bit here, running under the mount, coming over, And my next step is, as you can tell, the original transducer cable is already tucked in under the front mount here, so I've got to take that apart and put the new cable in, and then I'll run them both up through here, mount the HDS, and then I will show you guys what it looks like from a installation point of the software. Alright, so I got a little of the cable management done. Got everything really combined up here, tucked up behind there with an extra slack to work when it gets out, combined up and ran in as neat as possible for right now. So I've got the unit here ready to go. I'm going to power it up for the first time so we can get a look at what it does. There may be an update that I have to download, but as I understand, this thing's going to go through a bit of a wizard type of an install and see the transducer and everything here. So this is my first time, so live, so if something goes wrong, sorry, but we'll learn together. Alright, so the HDS is booting up and it's set up to connect to my network here at the house, so it should boot up and jump in as soon as it gets online. Alright, so let's see here. I hear it. I definitely hear it popping away. Alright, I want to figure out where it's at here, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, everyone. I think I had things hooked up wrong. Just wasn't really paying attention when I plugged things in. You know, there's two ports on the back of here for your transducers, and I had the Ultrex transducer plugged in to this one, and I plugged the LiveSight into the far outside one. And just to be safe, I unplugged and swapped them, so the LiveSight is now on the inside one, and the Ultrex downscan transducer is on the outside one. And I rebooted, and when I came up, lo and behold, I'm getting this. So let's configure now. We are right now forward, and it looks like that sets it up. Ready to use. You can adjust. Okay, so I'm going to, of course, this isn't going to get us much, but at least LiveSight now shows up. I'd been saving a spot for it here that I'm just going to pull it into and make a whole screen for LiveSight, and then of course it'll have to be turned on and everything, but I can't get much done to it here because it's up on the boat. But hey, at least I captured a little bit of a problem here. If you get stuck with that, I hope that helps you. But so far it looks like it's installed and ready to go. I'll probably go ahead and post this video, and then this weekend I'm going to get out on the water and I might do some video of it there and see how it works out. Thanks for tuning in.